Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Might be a little longer than 5 minutes today. Ahead of our winter storm, Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, Long Island's largest rock salt provider. And they will be open Thursday morning. They're open all day today, but they will be opening Thursday morning at 3 a.m. So if you have road crews and you need to get extra supplies, they have everything you need. They are Long Island's largest rock salt provider, and they also have Omni Melt, Petalo calcium chloride pellets, and Mag ice pellets and flakes, Biomelt, Geomelt, anything you need to help get rid of the snow. And you're probably going to need salt because we're going to have some cold temperatures behind this storm. So there will be some icing that will develop probably later tomorrow and into tomorrow night. If it comes to snow blowers, if you need a new snow blower, plenty of shovels. Everybody has every year buys a new shovel because they just don't last. They've got shovels and snow spreaders and so on, and even generators if you need one. Because of the possibility that you were to lose power. So Omni True Value Hardware, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, and the telephone number is 756-1125, omnitruevalue.com. All right, let's get started with our storm. It is revving up. You can see on the satellite loop how the moisture is streaming up to the northeast. We are even seeing convection and thunderstorms down in South Georgia and over the Florida Panhandle. So this has got the juice. The other thing it has is cold air. We've been talking about what we call the 50-50 low, and that is a low that is centered at 50 degrees north, 50 degrees west. That's just to the east of Newfoundland, and it is a really well-defined storm. And what that does, if you notice, the clouds in Canada are going this way. In northern Canada, they're going this way in southern Canada, and that creates an area of high pressure at the surface up in southeastern Canada. And that is probably the most important thing when it comes to this particular storm system, because that is going to be wedging in cold air down the East Coast, east of the Appalachians. And how strong that high is going to determine how much snow accumulations occur. I think the biggest impact that it's going to have is going to be on the coast, where temperatures may get tenuous aloft as we move into the overnight hours. So we've got the radar this morning beginning to load up very quickly across Virginia, West Virginia, down in North Carolina. All of that moisture now heading northeast. Even a few echoes starting to show up already in parts of central Pennsylvania. Some of that snow there is actually reaching the ground. And it seems that we are going to get the snow in a lot faster as this area is moving up quickly. This is the wedge I'm talking about at the surface here. When you look at the isobars, there's your big high. Temperatures this morning up in eastern Canada hitting their lows in the minus double digits. And that cold air is bleeding down the East Coast. The isobars have that V shape to them. I'll give you, there you go. Here's your V right in there. And that is basically your colder air bleeding southward down into Virginia, North Carolina. And of course, the coldest air is up as you head into the northern mid-Atlantic states and up into New England. But we even see freezing temperatures down in the Carolina mountains, freezing rain occurring there, and into southwest Virginia, where temperatures are in the 20s, some freezing rain there. So this is a winter storm that's going to be having impact over a very large area. We have the latest HRRR model, so we can take you through how we think it's going to play out today. With the snow coming in faster, it means that some places are going to snow for an extra couple of hours. That's going to, at the very least, mean an extra couple of inches. At 2 o'clock this afternoon, this is what the radar is supposed to look like. We'll see if reality kicks in with snow covering much of Pennsylvania, rain in southern New Jersey, rain down in Delaware, the Delmarva Peninsula into southern Virginia, while we have snow up in northern Virginia. You see the sleet area that's developing ahead of it. By 3 o'clock, it's just about to New York City. By 4 o'clock, out to Riverhead on Long Island, and north and west up the Hudson Valley to about Poughkeepsie. 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we get into what will be some bands of heavier snow during the first part of tonight. This is 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11, midnight, and it's after midnight, I think, that we may see a change over to sleet over parts of Long Island. The model is struggling with this changeover. You see the sleet appears, then it disappears. That's that cold air trying to be stubborn. Meanwhile, we've got sleet in central New Jersey, down to southeastern Pennsylvania, and up into northeastern Maryland. This is 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Your low at this point is just off the New Jersey coast, and it's going to be redeveloping out to the east. Once that redevelopment takes place, as the isobars begin to stretch, we look for cold air to come in on the backside, and the precipitation may actually go back to snow in some areas in central and maybe even into South Jersey. Perhaps the snow might be a little bit further south. And it may take a while for that low to pull out tomorrow, so you see a little bit of leftover snow that is still hanging about on Long Island. We'll give you just a quick look at the NAM model here, the new one that is coming out right now, and we have enough of it so we can take a look at what this one's doing, and we'll just roll it back. The NAM seems to be a little bit slower with bringing the snow up by about an hour or two, but judging from the radar, it looks like it matches up with the HRRR fairly well. Here's where you start to get into that heavy snow right on the northern fringe of this. This is at 9 p.m. tonight, 10, 11, midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and it's that 6-hour period where we're going to be snowing hard at the rate of 1 to 2 inches out an hour or more. The models at this point really are not very important. We are at the point now where it's going to be a matter of just watching the hourly temperatures, watching the wind direction. You want that wind to be, if you want snow on the coast, you want that wind to be 30 degrees, 04, 030, 40 degrees, 040, no further east than that. That will help to wedge in that cold air. And we are going to, at the end of the day, wind up with snow accumulations. I'll bring up my snowfall forecast map here. I have, you can see where the 4-inch line cuts across the south shore of Long Island, 8 inches to the north, the 12-inch line from southern Connecticut across New York City, down through New Jersey, southern Hunterdon County to just south of Lancaster and Reading in Pennsylvania. And then, of course, the amounts go down between 4 and 8 in Philadelphia. Lower amounts as you head down toward the Jersey Shore. I've covered the area that you see a coating to 2 inches. That's probably going to come late tonight on the backside of the low. So that's a little tenuous. That may or may not happen. But you can see here the snowfall accumulation north and west should be a foot or so, and then you may even get some higher amounts as you move into northeastern Pennsylvania. That looks to be the real jackpot zone out of this. And we also are going to see snow accumulations just north and west of Washington and Baltimore should get a couple of inches, particularly Baltimore. And then you go north and west of there, and the amounts start to go up. Okay, so it's, I guess, weather in 8, and but weather in 5. I'm brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, 631-756-1125. They're just north of the Southern State Parkway. They're open today if you need to get stuff for yourself or if you've got crews, and they will be open tomorrow morning, Thursday morning. They'll be opening at 3 a.m., so you can either stock or reload because they are the Long Island's largest rock salt provider, and they also service much of the tri-state area. Okay, so we'll be monitoring everything throughout the day. Patreon members, you already have your Weather in 10 video about what we think is going to happen. And the Joe and Joe show tonight, we had Bill Corbell on last night, and he was great. We had a wonderful time. Tonight, it's just Joe and I to take you through the storm on my YouTube channel, Joe Cioffi, at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time.